What is going on, you guys? AK40 Kevin here in the gamer heaven, and I've already unboxed and reviewed the Razer Elite version of the Black Widow, as well as the Black Widow Lite in Stormtrooper flavor. Now we're going to look at their budget banger here, the Cynosa Chroma, which is their entry level, which you can find on sale all the time for about 40-50 bucks. But is it any good, and does it live up to the Razer name? Let's find out. Alrighty boys, so we are over here at the desktop, the Stormtrooper PC desktop, and we're going to go ahead and unbox this bad boy. The unboxing knife we're using today is the old Fire Goddess. You guys have probably seen this quite a few times. Oh, she's razor sharp. Razor sharp, get it? Alright, so this is the Cynosa or Cynosa Chroma. It is their entry level keyboard. Their cheapest keyboard, as you can tell by the packaging. It doesn't have laser cut foam like the Black Widow Elite did, and it just doesn't look as pretty. It doesn't have all the cool mumbo jumbo in there. Alright, so this is also the only Razer keyboard, to my knowledge, that is not braided. It's just a rubber coated line, and it's also the only one that isn't detachable. It's hardwired into the back of the keyboard. Also, it's the only one that comes in like a little plastic sleeve like this. The other ones have a hard plastic cover on them. So you can really tell that they cut some corners to keep the build cost down. Alright, so it has plastic on the bottom. You do have that two-stage flip-out tray, which I really like. So if you want to have it just moderately raised, or you want it tilted at you at like a higher angle, you can do that. You have your barcode on the back, which you can register online if you want. You have anti-slip rubber feet. The top here is metal. Plastic logo. I'm assuming that lights up with RGB as well as the backlights. And that is pretty much the primary feature of this, is that it has full individual backlit RGB keys, so you can hook it into Razer Synapse app and have it coordinated with the rest of your Razer devices to get that badass RGB feel. As far as the keys are concerned, they are not mechanical at all. They're just traditional membrane, just like a regular, office style keyboard. So they don't feel too good, but they do feel better than a lot of traditional membrane keyboards out there. But yeah, after using any of the other Razer models that have either the mecha membrane or full-on mechanical switches in them, whether it be orange or they're green switches, I've tried all the Razer switches and they all feel pretty good. This doesn't feel too great. I'm going to go ahead and pop off one of these keys in a minute so we can see the exact mechanism underneath there that actuates the buttons. I'm pretty sure it's just a traditional rubber plunger design. And this doesn't really feel very sturdy. Actually this isn't even metal. It kind of is textured to look like metal, but this is actually just plastic. So the other Razer keyboards that I've unboxed are all metal, and then have raised keys that are off the deck. So definitely the cheapest build quality out of all the Razer keyboards so far. So this is basically a cheap way to get into the Razer family, so you can coordinate all your RGB lights, and also it does have a game mode and their macro keys, as well as some quick adjustments for their onboard lighting. So thus far, this is the first Razer keyboard I've tried that I genuinely don't like. I do not like the way the keys feel. I feel like the build quality is extremely cheap. Anyway, I'm going to turn off the lights and I'm going to go through all the different settings that they have. So this is spectrum cycling, which is the default. We all know what spectrum cycling is. It just slowly fades in and out through the spectrum. Or not in and out, but through the spectrum. Ambient awareness lets you select certain parts of your screen, and then does some magic with that. Audio meter, whenever you get some noise out of your speakers, that pops up. Breathing, you can set up to 2 colors to breathe in and out. We'll do like red and green. Nothing too special there. Fire is pretty cool. So the fire effect looks a lot better on the other keyboards, like the Black Widow Lite and the Black Widow Elite and the Huntsman and basically all the other models, the Ornata. I mean, this looks cool and all, but it looks less dazzling than it does on some of the better keyboards out there. Reactive. Alright. Oh, switched over to ambient awareness, god damn it. Reactive here. Ripple. I like this one a lot. I think this is really cool. Damn it, it keeps switching over. Ripple's a pretty sweet effect. You can also change the color for that, of course. Starlight, really cool. So this one only lets you set 2 colors, so we'll do like green and blue. However, some of the other keyboard models let you set several different colors for Starlight. You can also set the duration, or the speed, if you will. Then there's static, which is obviously just one color staying on. Then you have wave, which you can select left to right or right to left, and it'll just wave through the spectrum. And then you have wheel, which is very similar. It can go clockwise or counterclockwise. And as you see, it goes in a circle as opposed to just back and forth. So, pretty darn neat. So let's go ahead and do a typing test with this on 10fastfingers.com, see what kind of words per minute I can get typing with this, and then do a little gaming with it, and I'll give you guys my final thoughts. Alright, so I'm on 10fastfingers.com, which is just a really simple typing program that you can check your words per minute or whatever. So I am going to get to typing here. So it is very silent, so this, if you are in an office setting or something like that and you wanted to have this in your cubicle, people are not going to be frustrated from hearing, you know, mechanical key clicking all day. It does feel pretty good when you're typing. It's just a traditional membrane keyboard, so if you use the traditional membrane keyboard, it feels just like that. It's nothing special, but it's a tried and true formula that's worked for years. So I don't feel like I'm typing too fast right now. God damn it. Jesus fucking Christ. "50 words per minute. Pretty bad. Anyway, a decent keyboard. I mean, if you're just using it for typing and, you know, web browsing and shit, and you want some cool lighting, it'll do that for you. I don't know how long it'll last. The build quality does not feel up to the traditional Razer keyboards. Also, you can't swap these keys out for different switches, like, you know, green, orange, whatever, because they're not mechanical. So there's not really any upgradability or customizability with that. There might be an aftermarket for different keycaps or something like that. Not 100% sure. They aren't offered from Razer, I know that, but you could maybe find a third party or something like that. But let's game and see how that be. Alright, so after gaming with this for about 20-30 minutes, I decided to throw in the towel because it doesn't feel good. After using some of Razer's other keyboards, the Black Widow and the Huntsman and the Black Widow Elite and the Ornata and stuff like that, the Cynosa just feels like it's a much cheaper keyboard, which it is, but you definitely feel that. Now, if you just got this and you were stepping up from like a, you know, $10 Dell or HP regular non-gaming keyboard, this will feel like an upgrade. But when you've just tested 2 high-end mechanical keyboards back to back and then you go to this, it just feels really, really under par. And also the price isn't really a huge factor because I think this was about 45 or 50 bucks, but I got the the what's it called, the Black Widow Elite, which is usually like $180, $190 keyboard for $50. Not used, not refurbished, brand new on Amazon. They're running a sale. So if you just keep your eyes out and get a sale like that, you can get a much better keyboard for like the same price point. So I would personally not get this keyboard. That's just me. It doesn't feel very good. It's not a mechanical keyboard. They say it's gaming grade, whatever the hell that means, but yeah, it doesn't feel too pleasant in the hands. All right, guys, see ya.